Well, hello and welcome back to the Clyde Guide, Cooking for One. Today I'm going to make soup, and because of the nature of the soup, it's more than we can possibly eat in one sitting, so we're going to freeze it. And in order to freeze it, I'm going to put it in plastic containers, but they didn't cost me any money because I got them with a takeaway meal. Leek and potato soup. And I promise you, you're going to love it, and it's really good for freezing. So the first thing we need to do is put a light under the steamer, and a good tip for you, I've put a little vinegar in the, just ordinary malt vinegar, in the water in the steamer, and this has two beneficial effects. The first is that it will add a piquant flavour to the vegetable that I'm going to be steaming, in this case potato. But it also stops the calcification of the pan, which is a nuisance. So that's a good tip. Now then, first thing we're going to do is get my big stainless steel knife and chop up this potato. We'll just examine it and make sure there's nothing unpleasant. We'll get rid of that little bit, we don't want that. And that's it. So we'll just throw those little bits away. And chop it up, and the reason we're chopping it up is because we want it to cook quite quickly, so I'm going to cube it. Now, what's the potato for apart from flavour? Well, the answer is it's the thickening agent. We're not going to be using any flour in this soup, we won't need it. So let's just put all this in the steamer. As always, I've thoroughly washed my hands. The work surfaces have all been cleaned, including my bamboo chopping board. Right, those potatoes are on. The water will start boiling imminently, and they'll need to steam for about 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll just give them a shake every now and again. And whilst that's happening, we can prepare our leek. Now look at this. We are going to keep this beautiful dark leaves at the top for two reasons. One is they add tremendous flavour, and they also add colour. The leek is a member of the onion family, so it grows in layers, just like onions do. And I learnt this from James Martin. It's a great tip. So we take the leek, we don't slice it all the way through, just near the root at the top, and slice it right down the middle, like that. Now you can see all the layers there exposed, and there doesn't appear to be much soil in this one, but just as a precaution, what we're going to do is run it, hold the root at the top and the leaves at the bottom, and just run it under the cold tap. Can you see that? And then any mud that's trapped in those layers will get washed down and into the sink and away. And that's as easy as that is. Fantastic. So now we're going to fine chop all of this. If you don't eat leeks very often, they have a very delicate and delicious flavour. They also have a very delicate and delicious aroma, and this is very pleasant whilst I'm chopping this up. So a glug of oil in the pan, as always, and a nice healthy knob or three of butter. Here we are, so probably between 1 and 2 ounces of butter. How many grams that is, I really don't know. Okay, that's plenty. Let's put in our leeks and get those softening up. Right, that's going to get going. But it's time to put some milk into the leeks. Now, I don't measure this, I probably should to help you, but roughly half a pint, and that's all I'm going to put in there, because I'm going to put the rest in is my buttermilk cream, my Elmlea. This is double Elmlea, and I'm going to put about half this carton in. and leave that to simmer for another 5 to 8 minutes. They're ready. That can go off. And this is very straightforward. Literally just tip them into the pan, and we want this to simmer gently for another 10 minutes. Right, now about 10 minutes has gone by. I've just taken the lid off the pan and the soup is beautifully thickening all of its own volition, but we're going to give it a helping hand. So we want that to cool down a little bit because it's boiling hot right now. And what we're going to do is take this time, I'm going to put a whiz of honey, not too much. We don't want this to be sickly sweet, but the combination of savoury and sweet is something that we enjoy. That's plenty, just a little bit of honey and quite a lot of black pepper. In it goes. Right, we've given that a good stir now, and we're going to leave it for just a few minutes to cool down slightly so that we can handle it safely. And hold down the base and give it a whiz. After the first whiz, we give it another whiz with the turbo button. Wonderful. Okay. Now we're going to decant that into a jug. Right. Next batch. Isn't this fun? Alrighty, that's the second batch. That is absolutely fantastic. I've got a nice warm bowl here, so I'm going to put some in there to eat right now. And oh, that is gorgeous. And if you're feeling chefy, just put a little swirl of cream, in this case buttercream, on the top, like that. How professional does that look? And that is the Clyde Guide Cream of Leek and Potato Soup. Easy, delicious, and I'm going to enjoy mine now while I finish off my lovely golden duck beer. Take care. Bye for now.